Guardians set to play again tonight. Beat the Cubs by 1 run last night here at home. Their 70th win. Cubs are a bit below 500. 6:40 tonight is your first pitch around the corner at Progressive Field. They will wrap that series tomorrow night with another 6:40 start, and then they'll go west. They'll go west and then north. Play the Brewers in Milwaukee. But 6:40 tonight here on WMMS and on the iHeartRadio app. You can hear Guardians baseball from Progressive Field. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
What's going on, Brian?
Hey, you guys are talking about the Allegheny River and some of the stuff they found there.
Oh, yeah.
So my grandfather was a tugboat captain for a company that's still around today. I don't know if I can say their name. They have red, green, and white tugboats. You can see them on the Cuyahoga today.
Yeah.
But for many years, aside from helping ships get up and down the river, one of the jobs they had was to pull barges out into the middle of Lake Erie and dump whatever they've pulled off the bottom of the Cuyahoga River. So they would dredge the river, collect everything, and then just put it on a barge and dump it. So if they found it or if there's anything in there, who knows? And then if there's anything suspicious, it could be in the bottom of Lake Erie today. But he had some stories. Most of the stuff they would find, old cars, tires, debris, like industrial debris. They did find a car. I think it helped solve a murder mystery at one point. I don't know if there's anything left in it, but yeah, they do dredge the Cuyahoga. At least they used to. I know it's come a long way.
Yeah, it certainly has. And that's probably due in no small part to operations like that, too. I mean, that's
yeah.
But no, I remember that when I was a kid. One of my dad's friends was like it was a harbor pilot. He was one of the guys that was like guiding the ships and barges through the Chicago Ship Canal and out onto Lake Michigan. And so they were kind of doing similar things like that too. But I guess it stands to reason, given the piss poor shape that the Cuyahoga River was famously in so long ago. I guess it probably makes sense that they cleaned it up by doing stuff like that. But
well, they had to, because the ship traffic used to be much more volume. And then, once, and same with the tugs, they used to have 5 times the number of tugs out on the river. But in the 60s, the ship technology got more efficient. They can turn corners easier.
Yeah.
And so the tug population went down. And so, but I still believe they're used for that exact purpose, because they have to dredge it, because there's all kinds of stuff that just ends up in there even today.
Right. Okay.
You don't
hey,
want to think about it either.
Listen, thank you, Brian.
Hey, have a great day.
Hey, you too. Thanks, Bill. That was very informative.
Different when he calls in than when he's leaving us messages.
Oh yeah, that's the exact same Brian who calls us and leaves messages all the time.
Your money, my good luck, your kid could be set for life. I'm telling you.
Well, they always tell us, "Oh, you sound different on the phone."
Right.
I guess both of those are on the phone, but nevertheless.
Different versions of the phone.
I'll tell you what Brian's talking about there, when we go out on Captain Fun's floating fandango, I'm hoping to get 5 tugs too, Bill.
Hey.
How about that? How about them apples?
Is Gwen coming?
No. I didn't say from whom. I mean, Mary's going to be there too.
Not doing
But,
that.
I didn't mean you. I was just telling the customers that Mary's going to be there too. How many tugs on the tugboat? The Good Time 3. We're going to call it the Good Time 5. Tugs on the boat.
I'm not tugging anything.
Her sense of rhythm is
You leave my rhythm alone.
fantastic. We have one single bureau chief in the city of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And they sent me a ha-ha.
I'm really annoyed that they shortened it.
From Oshkosh Bagash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, listen, when you're a young child and you're all about overalls, easy on, easy off, Oshkosh Bagash was the way you went. But this bureau chief sent me a ha-ha email because they have named Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the best housing market in the entire United States. Now, I don't really think of it as a ha-ha moment because to me, it would be much more impressive if a large metropolitan area could lay claim to something like that, because it would mean they were doing a lot of things right. When a small place goes, we're the best, yeah, because you can get a house for 50 grand. That's why.
Wisconsin.
Now, Oshkosh is great. I remember going to a Packers game in college with my girlfriend at the time. She was a Packers fan. And we spent the night in Oshkosh, and it's right.
Packer fanny?
Yeah! I sure did. It took only 4 tugs that night. No, of course not, Bill. I was.
Mary, you want to get in on these jokes?
I do not. Go ahead. I'm enjoying this.
I was a perfect gentleman.
I'm just trying to make it through the next 11 minutes until the jokes stop. Oh, here we go. Now I'm a bitch. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Go ahead.
I was letting you get it all out. I didn't say anything. Bill, did you say anything?
I didn't say anything.
I didn't either.
You guys
It's a little bit, maybe just feel
My
guilty.
goodness.
Yeah.
Here we are
It was a joke.
trying to
makes
have
sense.
some fun.
It was a joke.
Not that anybody would notice, but trying to have some fun. And the fun police has to come through here and start telling us what's what. Well, that's fine.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Anyway, girlfriend and I, we spend the night in Oshkosh. It's right there on Lake Winnebago. It's gorgeous. And we were going to the Packers game. And it was, what a time. What a time. It was Mike Holmgren's first year. Boy, I miss
Oh,
Mike
wow.
Holmgren. Remember Mike Holmgren? That guy was a big fan of this show. And I loved Mike Holmgren when he was here in Cleveland. He was just here for a cup of coffee. But it was a year also that they swapped out one Mike Tomczak for a kid from the Falcons named Brett Favre, who had just come to the Green Bay Packers. I don't think he did much with them. I
Alan,
think he
see
kind
me
of.
after the show.
I'm sorry?
See me after the show.
I think he faded off into relative obscurity. But
You know how the Bears have never had a Hall of Fame quarterback?
okay.
Well, the Packers have.
Mary's just trying to make it through these jokes, Bill.
That's it.
Jokes.
9 minutes.
But who's counting, right? So, thank you.
You can just go.
Thank you. Yeah, what?
Messing
I'm
around.
not holding anybody here. What are you talking about? I'm like I'm pulling a Bobby George on her or something.
That's what I'm going to start doing every time Bill tells a joke. I'm just going to count down how many minutes are left in the show. 4 hours and 10
I was going to say that number might get pretty high. You know, Mary, this is a
You're allowed to make jokes too.
comedy-centric show.
I was specifically told that women aren't funny and I'm not allowed to make jokes.
You're supposed to be the one
By
proving
whom?
it wrong.
You're the exception that proves the rule, I believe is what he was trying to say. Anyway, thank you to our one listener in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
What's the median price for a home there? Did they have
$374,000, which is
a lot.
that's a lot of money, but it is, believe it or not, $65,000 less than the national median.
What's the median price in Cleveland? Can you give me that?
$27,000. No, I don't know.
Not East Cleveland.
I don't know. But Oshkosh is it's
I think
gorgeous.
It's probably around 300,000.
Probably, yeah. Yep. Properties in Oshkosh are only on the market for about 2 weeks.
Nope.
Before they get-
160,000
Hey!
as of July 2024.
Yeah. So, but listen, you're also going to have a lot of people from, I mean, it's a good 4 hours away from Chicago. It's a couple from Milwaukee. It was on the way to Green Bay when we went to the Packers game. But you're going to have people that are vacationing or something, right? I mean, people in Illinois buy their vacation homes in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin. And
think
Lake
this-
Winnebago is right there.
This is probably more accurate because there's Cleveland homes, but then there's greater Cleveland area around 228,000 is
Right.
Well, yeah, Cleveland
yeah.
proper versus the metro area
Yeah.
is going to be some. Oshkosh also boasts the world's largest air show. That was the other thing when we were kids. We would see Northern Illinois. There were all kinds of bumper stickers that were on people's cars from the Wisconsin Dells and the Tommy Bartlett Air Show. And they were finding out that I was like, wow, this place must be really popular. They were putting stickers on people's cars when they were parked there. And I think after a while they were like, hey, don't do that. You can't do that anymore. You got to stop doing that. But the biggest air show in the world is there in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The last full week in July. And if you're looking to buy a house and you don't want to stay around here, you know how Mary couldn't wait to get the hell out of here?
Mhm.
She went and bought a house in Astoria, Queens.
How many minutes
Right.
left do you have today, Mary?
6 if we don't go over.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Buy a house in Astoria, Queens. There's like one for sale down the street from us that's like $3.8 million.
Really?
Dude. And they're like, I mean, you cut them up into apartments, obviously, and can rent out 3 units and more than pay for your mortgage. But it's not cheap to buy a house here.
Oh, but you're talking about a full building.
No, they're like houses. They're single family homes. But yes, you can't just buy the apartment.
Oh, you can't.
The house is for sale.
I see.
Like, I live in a house, but it's cut up into an upstairs. We're on the first floor in a basement.
Right.
But it is technically a single-family home.
How far are you from East Elmhurst?
That's not a very good area from what I
Well, this place is in foreclosure for 1.5 mil.
That's what I'm saying, is that's a foreclosure price.
Yeah, right.
But no, I have not bought a home in Queens.
All right. Well, here's a house for $450,000.
Oh, boy.
There's a
I don't
co-op for
understand.
$299. See, these are all doable. Multi-family home in Astoria, 1.9.
You're the millionaire. Give me 1.9 and I'll buy
I'm not
it.
a millionaire.
We'll go halvesies.
I'm not a millionaire. Halvesies. Hey, tell you what. You get the top floor. I will take the bottom floor.
We'll go halvesies in that you pay for it and I'll manage it.
Oh, you'll
And then
manage
we'll
it.
split the profit.
I see. Well, that's certainly something to consider, and I will contact my real estate agent to get in contact with you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Bill. Everyone poo-pooed your idea about the Brown Stadium and the Greyhound Station. But how about this? A floating, flying Hopkins Airport. Get somebody on this now.
They don't even have to touch ground.
Yeah.
You just float the whole goddamn airport.
The airport is what you're coming to see because you've never been to a flying, floating airport before. Oh, that's great.
You make it its own destination.
Mm-hmm. Destination airport. You never heard of that before, have you?
Yeah. Alan, tell Mary her last coin purse popper laundromat thing. You mean bonus hole?
Bonus hole.
Was 1,113 quarters inserted.
Jeez.
That can't be right. What? The other night?
Yeah.
You put in 1,100 quarters.
Not okay. Cycled through. So like when
'Cause
you
they
put them
get- they
in,
win
they
some.
push out more.
Yeah.
I didn't start with that many.
Okay. So when all was said and done, that's how do they know how many have gone
There's
through?
people who
'Cause
will
they're-
sit and count
they
it.
count
Oh,
it,
really?
yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Alan, I saw a
They'll
house.
count that, but they won't watch our specials.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I don't have that kind of. I can't pay attention like that.
I'll count thousands of quarters, but I can't sit through a 5-minute.
I don't have that kind of attention span. Now you got to get people where they. Who knows? Alan, I saw a house for sale in Cleveland for $17,000.
Buy it.
When you look through the pictures, it didn't look too bad. Then the last picture had a swastika in the family room floor the size of the room. Well, wouldn't you just paint over that or redo the floors?
Did you see that thing where there's like an entire I don't know what you would call it. It's like a couple acres, community property in Germany or something like that, where it was, God damn it, now I gotta find the article. It's like some higher up he was like the Nazi propaganda guy, and they've been trying to sell this property for years and years and years, but they can't. No one wants to buy it because of all the Nazi crap that took place there.
Yeah, it's like the Goebbels compound or whatever.
Compound, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
But they're like, we can't destroy it. This is the worst story ever. I can't remember.
Well,
Anyway,
Goebbels was Hitler's propaganda guy, if that's what you're talking about.
that might be it. I just saw it online today, though, that there was like a development with it. Goebbels property.
Okay. How are you spelling Goebbels?
Gerbil.
You're going to get pictures of gerbils.
Creating a good home for gerbils.
Yeah,
Providing
there
a
you
home
go.
for a gerbil.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell gerbil. B-E-L?
It's right
a
here.
stupid name.
It's right here. Goebb. A
Yeah.
Nazi villa so tainted Berlin can't give it away.
That's what it is. They're
Yeah.
trying to give it away for free, and
Yeah.
people are like, I'm not going to live there.
Even if you don't believe in bad mojo, you're like, I'm not living where Goebbels lived.
Why not tear it down?
Well,
And
I think they
that's-
said that they will have to do that. They wanted to sell it to somebody.
It took me back to our conversation however long ago about a murder house. Then you guys were like, oh, I'd take it. I'd buy it so cheap, even if there were murders there. And then
That's
like, well,
different than they slaughtered millions of Jews in concentration camps. I mean, I realize
And
this.
it's a real fixer-upper.
I realize this isn't.
Let's not just gloss over that. This thing is in disrepair.
It just needs a little love. I know this isn't one of the concentration camps, but
That's what I'm saying. How do we know any people even died there, though?
yeah, well, still a lot of bad mojo.
Yeah, I definitely.
One
would.
guy
it's
killing
got
one
a theater.
one guy killing another guy in a house is not going to throw me off. But if it's like a compound where Nazis were living, no thanks.
Yeah, they can't sell it. They don't want to tear it down, and they can't give it away for free. So, like, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I
with
would
this stuff?
definitely take it for free.
Yeah.
You would live there for free?
It's so cheap.
But you'd
Yeah,
also
but
be living in
it's-
Germany.
Well,
You're
that's
living in
In
Berlin.
a Nazi house.
Yeah.
well, that's why I'm not going to, because I don't know German.
Oh, that's
and I don't
why.
even know where my passport is, so I can't.
Two big hurdles.
Yeah. Yep. Too burdensome for the state to continue carrying it and prohibitively expensive for real estate prospectors and tainted by history. Taint.
Tainted history.
All right,
Bah,
Mary,
bah.
your time's up. Are you leaving?
No, I can stick around and say goodbye.
Oh, bravo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't want to put you out. Oh, my God.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device.